Imagine you're on a beach that looks like a postcard. Blue water, warm sun, and then you notice the real wall isn't stone, it's the horizon. Psychologists call this learned helplessness. Your brain stops planning because every plan ends the same way. In this video, you're going to see 10 prison islands where the environment did most of the work. The sea, the currents, the jungle, the cold. And the part people miss is the mental shift. Once you believe the world ends at the waterline, you don't need bars to feel trapped. Number 1, Alcatraz Island, California, USA. Now you're on Alcatraz and you can see San Francisco like it's right there. So your brain does math, swim line, boat angle. If I time it, I'm good. You start solving it like a normal problem. But here's the thing. The bay is cold. The tide pulls. And every time your plan collapses in your head, it burns executive function, that mental fuel you use to choose and push through. You get tired before you even move. Then the prison stacks on top. Loud counts, strip searches, rules for everything. It's an identity wipe on a clock. This is a total institution in real time. Your name turns into a number. Your day turns into bells. You stay alert all day because you're watched, and your mirror neurons copy the calm of guards and the tight fear of other men. And outside, wind, fog, boats you can hear but can't touch. Psychologists call this learned helplessness. Think about what that actually means. The prettiest view is the thing that breaks you. Number 2, Robben Island, South Africa. So you step onto Robben Island and it feels almost too normal. Flat ground, open sky, no wild cliffs saying don't try it. You keep waiting for the danger to show itself. But here's the thing. The weapon is time that doesn't move. Same yard, same chalky dust in your throat. Same rules that treat you like a file to be sorted. Your brain shrinks down until your whole world fits inside the routine. Psychologists call this institutionalization. When every choice gets taken, you stop practicing choice. Your internal locus of control, that sense you steer your own life, starts to crack. After a while, decisions feel risky because choices are what get punished. And then there's the social web. Political guys, common guys, informants. Work that wrecks your back and steals your future. So survival turns into a skill with people. Study circles, debates, teaching. You keep your mind moving. Number 3, Devil's Island, French Guiana. You step onto Devil's Island and it looks fine at first. Warm sand, bright water. Then you spot the current line, that fast, dark belt in the sea. And you get it. This isn't water. It's a moving fence. But here's the thing. The place makes death feel normal. The trip in does it. Packed holds, heat, fights, sickness. And when the first months take people fast, your brain resets what likely means. Tens of thousands got sent through this system. Men worked from dawn to dusk, then shackles at night. Small, filthy cells. And punishment wasn't always a beating, because the island handled it like weather. Psychologists call this horizon as a wall thinking. Sharks, currents, then jungle. So you stop future casting. You eat less. You talk less. Think about what that actually means. The environment isn't the backdrop. It's the guard. Number 4, Isle of the Dead, Port Arthur, Tasmania, Australia. You're locked up at Port Arthur and you don't get to look out at nature. You look at a small island with a name that doesn't blink. Isle of the Dead. Not a story, not a threat. Just your view. And the fear isn't one bad night. It's slow training. You watch the boats go out. You hear the quiet talk after. Your brain starts linking this place with that ending over and over until the link feels automatic. Then the rules do the rest. Less talk, more separation. No normal feedback, no casual chat, no touch, no control over your own pace. Psychologists call this sensory and social deprivation, and it breaks you by making you doubt your own mind. Islands make it worse because there's no maybe. Even if you run, you still hit water. So you loop. Rumination becomes your cellmate. When your prison includes your grave, hope stops feeling rational. Number 5. Goli Otok, Croatia. You step onto bare rock on Goli Otok. No shade, no soft ground, just wind in your ears and heat on your skin. Then you catch the real design. The state isn't the only one watching you. Other prisoners are. But here's the thing. This is social terror. You get pushed into self-criticism, public shame, loyalty tests, and the only way to cool the spotlight is to aim it at someone else. Your mirror neurons start sinking to fear because fear is the only shared language. Psychologists call this a total institution. The fast way to crush identity is to make your social world unsafe. If any bond can be used as a weapon, you stop bonding. That's isolation inside a crowd. Add the weather. Sun, salt wind, no cover. Stress stays on, and stressed brains get more suggestible. A cell is bad. A cell where people are the bars is worse. Number 6, Sakhalin Island Penal Colonies, Russia. Now you get sent to Sakhalin and there's no big reveal. Just distance, cold, mud, work that keeps showing up like it owns you. The island feels like a factory that runs on knees and hands. But here's the thing. The trap is maps, not walls. Even if you slip a fence, where do you go? It's huge, it's remote, it's brutal. So your brain can't even make a clean picture of escape. And without that image, motivation doesn't start. Days turn into numbers, output, quotas. You dig, haul, cut, repeat. You learn the work rules because breaking them costs you food, rest, heat. Psychologists call this internal locus of control collapse. You stop steering. You start complying. Cold stress and low food mess with sleep and mood. You get foggy, snappy. Then you make mistakes. When fatigue is constant, freedom starts to sound like effort. And that's the point. Number 7, Ilha Anchieta, Brazil. You're on Ilha Anchieta, and the first thing you notice is the green. Thick forest, wet air. It looks like an exit because it doesn't look like a wall. But here's the thing. Jungle escape isn't a run. It's cuts that swell, bug bites that turn mean, water that makes you sick, and the weird panic of not knowing if you're walking forward or in a loop. The island turns your sense of direction into a problem. So picture it like a case study. Tension spikes fast. A fight, a riot, a break in the line. For a moment, control looks gone. But the terrain still decides what free means. You're not just outrunning guards. You're outrunning fever, hunger, and your own lungs. Psychologists call this attentional tunneling. Panic narrows your focus. You miss markers. You chase false exits. The jungle doesn't chase you. It just waits. Number 8, Poveglia Island, Italy. You hear Poveglia and people go straight to ghosts. But the real fear is simpler. You don't know what happened in each room, so your brain starts writing the story for you. But here's the thing. Uncertainty hits harder than facts. When a place has layers, like quarantine, illness, and then abandonment, your mind keeps updating a threat map. Psychologists call this hypervigilance. You're on alert with no target. And quarantine islands teach a clean lesson. You are a risk. That message sticks to identity. It turns you into a social ghost, the kind people avoid with their eyes, not their hands. So you walk past empty wards, bare frames, rusted doors, and it feels like no one is coming. Same brain pathway as confinement despair. Think about what that actually means. Fear doesn't need proof. It needs silence. Number 9. McNeil Island Correction Center, Washington, USA. You ride the ferry to McNeil and nothing feels like a horror set. You line up, you get counted. Gates open, gates close. The calm is the pitch. It makes you stop pushing back because nothing looks out of control. But here's the thing. Calm is the tool. An island prison is a closed circuit. Fewer visits, fewer new faces, the same staff rhythms. After a while, the outside turns into a rumor, and psychologists call this derealization, when real life starts to feel far away and flat. Then the modern machine kicks in. Classification levels, controlled moves, points and privileges. Soap, calls, a better bunk, all turned into rewards. Your behavior becomes a spreadsheet, so you start managing yourself like a resource. And social comparison theory does the rest. When everyone around you is stuck, your baseline resets. The most effective cage is the one you start maintaining for free. Number 10. Spinalonga, Greece. So you arrive at Spinalonga, and it's not because you stole something or hurt someone. You're there because people are scared of what you might pass on. That fear does the sentencing. But here's the thing. This is a different kind of total institution. It doesn't just fence in your body. It rewrites your role. You become the infected. And once a label sticks, it can last longer than the sickness. Psychologists call this stigma stress. Day after day, shame hits like a low-grade fever. So you shrink your life to save energy. Fewer talks, less eye contact, shorter walks. It looks like giving up, but it's adaptation. And the setting messes with you. Blue water, sun, stone homes. Then the social rule. Untouchable. The horizon isn't just distance. It's a line between us and them. You can leave the shore, but the label can follow you home.